It is the 16th annual Bell Let's Talk Day, a chance to highlight and raise awareness around mental health. This year's theme is taking a moment for mental health, urging people to make self-care a priority and to check in on others. Let's discuss more with Helen Fishburn, the CEO of the Waterloo Wellington chapter of the Canadian Mental Health Association. Hi, Helen. It's so great to see you.
It's always great to see you, Leanne. Thanks for inviting me on.
Of course, this is a big day for you folks as well. We know that Bell has kind of shifted the conversation when it comes to mental health over the years. So I'm curious, how have you seen things change and what's the landscape look like right now from your perspective?
Yeah, we know we're living in a very complicated world, right? There's a lot of very difficult news that we're digesting pretty well every day. And even though we've come out of a pandemic, the world is just not getting any easier. So really, this kind of chronic uncertainty and fear, it just weighs heavy on people. It's a lot for people to hold and carry. So although it's only one day, Bell Let's Talk Day is really an amazing nationwide campaign that reaches millions of Canadians with a single message, and that is your mental health matters. So please pay attention to it. So we've really seen a really significant effort to reduce stigma. And as you know, that's the biggest barrier that we have to people reaching out to care, continues to be the biggest barrier. So it's also encouraged people to, inspire one another to take action and help create a Canada in our local community where everyone can access the care they need. We know there's still not enough care for people, but honestly, this campaign really continues to put the spotlight on that.
A report that came out recently shows mental health is actually deteriorating rapidly amongst people who live in Toronto. What are you seeing here on the local level?
Yeah, and unfortunately, it's no different here locally. We know that the affordability crisis continues to be extremely hard for people to navigate. There are daily financial pressures that people are managing. There are, people are really one paycheck away from financial crisis. And you can imagine how heavy that weighs on parents. And of course, children who are living in those homes experience their parents' stress and worry too. It's really, really been a very challenging time. And we're seeing that through our calls into Here 24/7, through our walk-in services, through our 988 crisis volumes, and just the reach outs that people are making across our community, whether it's our counseling partners are our family doctors. So unfortunately, Leanne, I'd love to say that, the needs are different this year, but when you look around the world and how complicated it is, it's really no surprise that it becomes a very difficult and heavy issue for people to navigate.
And Helen, I think a big thing is, of course, everyone deals with different struggles in their day-to-day lives. Yes. I'm curious, do you have some strategies you can provide that people can implement daily, maybe, to help ease anxiety and regulate their nervous system?
Well, it's a really good point. So when you think about the theme today for Bell Let's Talk, which is take a moment, if you're a parent or a caregiver, we first of all want you to take that moment for yourself. Check in with yourself. Being a parent and a caregiver, whether it's a young child or an aging parent, it's not easy. So practicing self-compassion or just taking a moment to go for a walk is so important. We also want, as parents, to take moments for our kids, right? Just to sit at the table, or if you're driving in the car somewhere, to really check in with your kids and listen. Not necessarily try and solve problems, but just hold space with our kids. And then the other thing we are really encouraging is for all of us to take a moment for our community. Our community is struggling in ways that we've never seen before. So how, as a community member, can we help? Are there people that we can reach out to? Can we volunteer somewhere? Can we make a meal for someone and leave it on their doorstep? Those are the kinds of things we really want people to consciously think about. And of course, it's not just today, but it's every day. But those are some easy and very simple things: journaling, doing yoga, going for walks, doing a group text chat where you're really talking with supportive people throughout the day even. Simple things, but meaningful things.
I think the underlying message there is we are stronger together, Helen. I just want to lastly touch on resources quickly before I let you go. How can people seek support if they do need it?
It's a really good question, Leanne, because even though the theme this year is take a moment, and we all need to take that moment, it almost feels a bit trivial to just have that as our theme, just given the complexity and the challenges that we know and see and experience every day. So if you're taking a moment and you're connecting and you're getting that informal support, that is wonderful. But we also know that people need more than that. You might need to see a social worker. You might need to attend a group therapy session. You might need to talk to your family doctor about your anxiety or why you're not sleeping. All of those things are such important steps for us to take care of our wellness. So as always, Here 24/7, which is our front door into mental health and addictions, is literally available 24/7. You can call us. You can show up at one of our CMHA offices, as well as our 988 crisis service. So you can text or call 988 if you're really feeling unsafe or at risk. That service is also available 24/7. And as always, our partners in mental health and addictions, Front Door, our counseling collaborative, our family doctors across the network, our youth wellness hubs. There are so many places that people can show up, can reach out to. And I know it takes courage to do that, but I think our community just needs to know there's a lot of caring professionals on the other side of that call that are really here to help you and support you through whatever challenges you might have.
Well, it's great to know that support is there, Helen. An important message to highlight today, but not just today, every day, year round. Helen Fishburn is the CEO of the Waterloo Wellington chapter of the Canadian Mental Health Association. Helen, thanks so much for all you do and for joining us today.
Thanks, Leanne, and hope you can take a moment as well.